vibrations. Welcome in, welcome in. How you been, y'all? Welcome to the Abracadabra Network, aka Colossum 88, aka the Ineffable Tarot. Okay, now we're gonna go ahead and get started. We're gonna use the charms first. We're gonna welcome in those beautiful beings of 100% light. Anything less than may not enter this space. This is a safe space. This is a sacred space. Um, the full moon. Yeah, the sturgeon moon. Um, Sturgeon fish, Great Lakes. So if you're around a Great Lake, there may be a lot of fishing going on. Okay. And let's see. Mm, yeah, let's get into it. For the collective need to be aware for the highest good, mentally, physically, emotionally, financially, spiritually. See what's going on. What we got here? We got the elephant. Okay. We have the snake. There's another name for this. And then we got the hand of Fatima. So there's a lot of healing here. There's a lot of healing in this situation. The elephant is definitely there for your protection. And then again, this elephant has like a jewel in it, meaning that there's something worth protection. There's something of value worth protecting here. Also, the Hannah Fatima is that self-healing. So there's something either that you've been doing or that you're gonna do to heal yourself in a way. You have the snake here. This particular snake um, is a symbol of renewal. Also, um, maybe repetition as well. Okay. I feel like there's something that you may be needing to do over and over again, kind of like a chant or let's say, a spiritual bath. In the Bible it says, the homie had to be dipped in the Jordan like how many times? Like 7 times or something. So something may be an effort of quantity. Okay, quantity and quality. With the elephant here, it's kind of giving me the spirit of Ganesha that comes around when there may be issues financially, or you may just feel stuck. Okay, um, but I do see that you will be charging ahead. Okay, with this new sense of renewal, um, and I feel like your way is protected. I feel like there's just something that you had to do a few times to get this new result that you're about to step into. Um, and it's going to be worth it. Let's just say that it's going to be worth it. Okay. Should we get any more charms? We are going to go into them a little bit more, but let's see what comes out here. The teapot. So this is not something. So there's something that you're doing with others, or it may include others. So it may be a group effort, or just it may be one other person, or it could be a group thing. We'll see here in a second. I want to do a little bit of research for you guys real quick. Now remember, this is not a this is a timeless reading. Okay. Now, even though it is around the Sturgeon moon, the time that you could be listening to this could be a time that is reflecting the results of a full moon or something of that matter. Okay. But it is a timeless reading. So anytime you see it is when you're meant to see it. Okay. It's called the Ouroboros. It represents the eternal cycle of destruction and rebirth and the unity of all things, material and spiritual. And that's what I was also picking up from Ganesh or from the elephant, that something is definitely material. I feel like it's regarding finances and things of that nature. Um, but I feel like, Ganesh is an entity that helps you out of obstacles and things of that nature. So if you feel like you're in an obstacle, um, just place yourself at the center. You know what I mean? And then I feel like once you center yourself, you'll be able to see different perspectives of how you can have a solution. Okay, that's what I'm trying to tell you. All right. You may have been beating yourself up about something time and time and time again. And I feel like that time of beating yourself up over something is coming to a close. Okay. And it'll create the perfect environment for your rebirth or yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm, 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 mm-hmm. I'm also picking up reincarnation, so this is probably not your first time here. Okay. So you've probably been around the block a few times, beloved. Okay. And I feel like maybe you came with others. So it's you and a few other people, or you and this one other person that had maybe several lifetimes together. Okay. What does this sturgeon moon have to teach us, or to guide us, or to help us heal? How is this sturgeon moon affecting the collective currently? Okay, I am available for individual readings for those of you who are interested. Um, all you have to do is email me, comment on any one of my videos, um, DM me. If you're on Twitch, you can send me a whisper. Okay. Sometimes I do just run the live stream so that you can contact me while I'm live during the time. I usually only do about an hour, unless I'm actually doing a reading. But if you happen to catch me live, that's the perfect time to get a reading from me. Okay. I do have full moon specials, eclipse specials, Lionsgate specials, and then I also have my other, mini readings, basic readings, detailed readings, love readings, things of that nature. Okay. All right. Thank you all for liking and sharing the videos. It does help. Also, for those of you who have sent donations in, thank you so much. All right, this will be our last shuffle. We're gonna get you an oracle card. So we tapped into the high priestess. Oh wow, you can't see that very well because of the lighting. I don't know. That's interesting. Um, let's put this. Okay, is that better? All right. So the high priestess, okay, she knows, she records, or he, doesn't have to be a she or he. This is non-gender specific unless it is, right? Okay. Um, and this also could be a card of secrets, okay? The full moon is about revelation and revealing secrets, those things that are hidden and come into a head, I guess you could say. Um, but the brighter the moon, the longer the shadow it casts, right? So just be careful for any illusions. I do feel like someone is trying to keep something a secret. They may know something, and maybe you're questioning something and they know the answer, but they're not willing to share it with you, or maybe not yet. Okay. The high priestess is obviously an intuitive person, so maybe you're picking up on some energy, um, and you feel like you you know exactly what's going on. So if your intuition is telling you something, I feel like those of you trying to build your intuition, or you're, trying to trust yourself a little bit more, then lean into your intuition. Okay, you'll know if you're listening to your intuition or if you're listening to more environmental, environmental mental state, like something that your environment is producing, not that's actually coming from your heart or coming from a divine place. You will start to learn the difference as you at least try to listen to your intuition. Okay, the full moon is a great time to meditate, okay, to ask for revelation. All right. Um, so you may be getting insight to some betrayal. You may be getting insight to something that someone had did, something that was very hurtful. Okay, something that made you feel very emotional. It could have been during something that had to do with a pregnancy, something that had to do with a, um, I feel like they could have been a parental figure or a grandmother or something like that. You could be picking up on something of that nature that was very hurtful, or either something hurt them or they hurt you. I feel like there was maybe some dark secrets, okay, that nobody either wanted to discuss. Okay, I feel like the more you do work on yourself, the more you figure out how things played out, how or why you had to wait for something, or why it took this long for the revelation. Okay. Um, I feel like all this is going to do is keep you pushing forward. You're going to actually have a better sense of spirituality, I guess, after this. But let's get your oracle reading, your oracle card out. Okay, a few cards. Let's see. We have the Student of Earth. So this could be a proposal. Oh, there goes that Empress card that we were talking about. And then we have the Scout. So we have the Scout of Water, which is like the Knight of Cups. And we have the Student of Earth, which is like the Page of Pentacles. All right. So, an offer being made, a gesture being made, possibly from a maternal figure. Doesn't have to be. It could be someone who is in an authoritative position or a nurturing position, or both a nurturing authoritative position, and also someone who is. I feel like they're generally concerned. Okay. Um, I want to get just. I want to just get one card. But since they all came out, I guess we'll go ahead and go into them. It's a full moon reading, so why not, right? Someone may want to make a truce with you. Okay. Maybe they've been trying to talk themselves into it, or maybe someone has actually had they've had to meet themselves, like confront themselves, or confront a child or something like that, to make this truce. Like, I don't know if they're speaking on maybe why someone was an outcast or why they were outcasted or something like that. Um, it seems like someone was not under their own control. They were under the control of something else, maybe something dark. Um, Somebody could have been doing work on them. All right. And they were just possibly like on hold or on pause or on stuck. Okay. Um, I also feel like either someone had to travel, or they always say like the chosen ones have like the hardest time or something like that. I don't know how true the statement is. I'm not sure, but if you believe in that, then that's the message for you. But it says that the chosen one usually have the hardest time, I guess, to make it out of that environment or make it out of that that state of being. Okay, so that I do see some change here. Okay, let's see. Hmm. Some change of focus, change of confidence. Ah, okay, I see the emperor here. So a conversation is being had about an ending or a life-changing situation. It could be regarding money or some type of plan to go public or maybe even exclusive or something. So, hmm, let's see. I feel like someone knows what they need to do and they may have to include another person, okay? Um, and that would actually help them end their struggles if they was actually to include someone here, okay? Because there is a job that needs to be done, is what I'm picking up. And that job is very lucrative, and it will put you in a new territory where you're going to have to face some things head on, but I feel like it's definitely going to be beneficial to you. There's some things you don't want to particularly deal with, but it will be to your benefit if you could just go ahead and learn the lesson so that you can receive the benefits so you won't have to do something over again. Or maybe this is like your another chance of doing something. Okay, you're like, you know what, I got another chance to do this. Let me go ahead and do this. Okay. All right. Hmm. We'll start with the Empress card. All right. It says here, come to me, beautiful child. It is time to take pleasure in being alive. In grace, you will find only abundant love for all beings. Gratitude perfumes this space, imbuing your soul's essence upon the sacred web of life. Grace invites you to turn your gaze inwards, to recline upon the gifts that bloom within, the fertile garden of your heart. They provide you with a container to hold the space for all that you are meant to cultivate, within and without, so that you can become an exquisite embodiment of love. Remember that grace emerges out of the realization that we all flow out of and into cosmic love. With passionate devotion, they know that you are here to honor all that has flourished. Give thanks for the bounty you have received, for the nurturance in your life. Understand that the transformative power of grace is revealed when you choose gratitude to be your guide. And the key word here is gratitude. There's a mantra. You can repeat it after me or write it down. It is as follows. Grace is revealed when I choose gratitude to be my guide. Grace is revealed when I choose gratitude to be my guide. The attributes here are Earth, the North, Venus, Emerald and Green, Onyx, the reclined bound angle pose, root chakra, the cow, Venus, and Rose. Okay. Let's go on to the student of Earth. I feel like that explained a lot of what I was just speaking on as far as nurturing, following your intuition, abundance, transformation. Okay, student of Earth. Hmm. It says here, the student of earth is full of wonder. With your curious mind, you are not afraid to follow them and ponder the deep questions of the universe. Why am I here? What is my soul's purpose? The student of earth calls you to root into the intelligence of the earth itself, to better discern the relationship between expansion and contraction. renewal, and release. They teach you how to work with the energy of stability and grounding to cultivate a strong foundation from which you can examine how best to take your seat in the world. The student of earth invites you to consider how your material existence and your spiritual nature are never separate. And we was talking about that earlier, spiritual and material, and how to make yourself the censor, right? Or yeah, censor yourself, basically. Okay. It says, they labor together to help you create a life of meaning. With this understanding, you find the confidence and commitment to stay focused on your work. The mantra here, you can repeat it or you can write it down. It says, let wonder be my guide on this earthly journey. Let wonder be my guide on this earthly journey. Okay. So I feel like there's some things that is already in you that maybe you haven't actually allowed yourself to explore. And as I was meditating on this energy, I kept getting that, like, explore but don't exploit, if that makes sense. Explore but don't exploit. Okay, I don't know. I don't even know. That's what I was picking up. Um, let's go to the Scout of Water. The word is mercy here. The Scout of Water is here to offer you a message. They want you to acknowledge that your sensitivity is a gift. Know that when you pour out your true feelings, your tender heart can begin to fill back up with love. This Scout reveals to you the ways in which creativity, beauty, and your own magic can transform difficulty into understanding. We were talking about being in some type of obstacle and how you're about to break out of that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Right. Beauty and your own magic can transform difficulty into understanding. It says they know that each emotion comes to you like a bright star in the dark night, so that it can teach and guide you. The two rivers of love and truth flow together and confluence to carry you towards a place of lasting peace. Remember, we was talking about truths or truth. The Scout of Water never grasps or seeks to control, but rather allows experience to stream through their compassionate hands. No judgment, only mercy. The mantra here is, a practice of mercy helps me to let go of judgment so that I can fill my heart with love. A practice of mercy helps me to let go of judgment so that I can fill my heart with love. I believe that's what's going to help to not repeat a cycle. And that love, true love, right? And truth. Well, love, it has to be truth if it's actual love. And it says they flow together. All right. So let me drink some water. Okay. Let's get into the message. Let's get to it. Let's get to it. I heard I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you that you haven't let go of what is true to you. I'm proud of you. Maybe you need to tell yourself that. I'm proud of you. There may be someone who has been looking into you, researching you, or you have been researching something, okay, studying something. I feel like whatever it is, you're super focused on it, okay. I feel like, to be honest, you don't want to do anything else than what it is that you're focused on. I do feel like there's someone who could better teach you, um, that you're gonna have a conversation with. Okay. Um, and I feel like they're not judging you, you're not judging them, and I feel like that gives you some kind of peace or solace, right? And I also believe it gives you a sense of like pleasure, okay, to do this, or get this information, or at least talk to somebody who's not going to judge you, right? That's always great. Um, I just heard something about a man about a house. A man about a house. So maybe a realtor or I don't know. A man about a house. Okay. Um, maybe I don't know, you're moving in together with someone. Okay, I feel like either the house is really expensive or it looks like that, or it's a great investment. All right, I'm also getting maybe you're trying to keep this secret from someone, or you two are maybe trying to keep it secret from other people, like family members or friends. Maybe you don't want the cat out the bag just yet. Okay, you're like, I'm gonna sit on this until everything is exactly how I want it to be, and then maybe then you'll speak up. Okay, I do feel like there is a huge blessing in this for you, a material blessing that is life changing. Okay, um, and I also feel like something is going to last you to the end of this lifetime, okay? Something is very long lasting. I know shouldn't have said it the way I said it before, but something is long lasting. Okay, so if there's some type of hurt or heartbreak that is in tandem of this new beginning, just know that it's necessary for the new beginning. I'm also getting one hand washes the other, okay? So be mindful of that. And I do see an invitation um, to travel, possibly to go somewhere. Like, hey, come over here. We're going to a car show or something like that. Or it would be good if you could, you know. So, yeah, he's tapping into the Nine of Cups. All right. Where you're feeling good about yourself. You're feeling confident, but you also could be trying to hide a hidden concern, okay? Um, or you could just be so happy, but you're not trying to actually show how happy you are for some reason, okay? I just heard the word sitting duck, all right? Yeah, interesting, right? The Nine of Cups and the Page of Cups there. Hmm. I'm also getting someone that could be having a little pride about like apologizing, or I'm also getting like if it's not about being apologetic, it's just like maybe they're having to like pump themselves up or talk themselves into something. Okay, but let's see the actual situation here for the present and the future. Regarding the collective, for those who may see this, thank you. It is the Page of Cups. Okay, why is it not that? I don't know. Hold on, guys, because this light here is not actually okay. Maybe that's better. Oops, maybe that's better. Is that better for you guys? Yeah, I think that's better. Okay, or not. I don't know. I don't know. The light's different this time. Okay. Hmm. Page of Cups going into the Five of Cups. Hmm. Yeah, someone's trying to talk themselves into. I want to say walking away or finally walking away or breaking up or something of that nature. Or how can they tell this person that, you know, like, hey, you did me dirty, you did me wrong, and I just don't fuck with you anymore. Like, is that it? Okay. Or hey, I'm moving on up to the east side. I'm moving on up with different people, or I'm not gonna be around as much, or something of that nature. Okay. Or I can't be seen with you in public because I got I have a new life going on for me now. Like, is that what's going on here? Oh, I saw somebody in the comments. Let's see. Oh, okay. Let's continue. I feel like this is something it's hard for someone to face. Okay. I don't know if this is like public scrutiny. Okay. Um, like, hey, maybe you're telling someone like I'm not single anymore. I can't be hanging out the side of my best friend's ride anymore. Like, I can't be going to brunch and getting crazy drunk with you anymore. I'm trying to. Are you telling someone like I'm trying to have a baby? I'm trying to have a family. I'm trying to build something, and you know, it's. I know it's gonna be a struggle. But I'm just trying to do something different with my life. Is that what you're telling somebody here? Like, look, I'm just trying to do something different with my life. Okay, yeah, you're trying to manifest something here. Could be trying to manifest a child, okay? Like, maybe you telling somebody like, look, I can't drink anymore. Or this is gonna be my last drink for now, okay? Let's see. The magician is here. We all know the magician could be manipulation of some sort. So it could be good manipulation, bad manipulation. We're gonna find out what's going on. Okay. A few cards came out. The King of Swords, the Six of Swords, the Five of Wands. So I feel like this is a good move. You're being decisive about this move. You could even be, if you're the male in the situation, you could be saying like, "Look, my family is family, and I just I like I say, I can't be outside of my best friend ride. Doing who knows what and having shenanigans. Like, I'm trying to focus. I'm trying to focus here is what I'm seeing. Um, oops, sorry. I'll bring this up for you guys. Okay. Yeah, you're trying to focus on something here. Like, you can't be fighting and all that. You can't be basically blinding yourself from what's really going on or making things harder for yourself is what I see. Like, I'm I got a family. I'm trying to stay on the right track. I'm trying to stay out the way, buddy. And I feel like some of you who are like, I guess, going straight, I don't know what that means, but you're going straight, and it could be causing some problems or some kind of power struggle within your environment. All right, let's get one more card from this. You're like, look, I'm trying to get a new job. I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to do that. I'm trying to live a straight life. I just, let's see. Okay, we got a card that turned over. Yeah, some of you are finally letting go of some type of indolence, some type of laziness, some type of um, lifestyle that you was living before. Okay. Let's get more. A few cards just came out. Um, hmm. For some of you, this is about more of your physical nature, like your material energy. And it's crazy because this moon is in Aquarius, right? It's more intellectual, okay? But I also feel like it's bringing the emotional and the intellectual into the physical. Okay, so it's definitely influencing your physical nature. There's a lot of mental strain about your physical nature and how to go about something. Okay. Yeah, Tower. God is going to help you out. God is going to give you a direct message on the next steps. I do feel like there's a house or something that you're going to be getting information about. There is, I don't know if this is a realtor or there's maybe legalities regarding a home situation. I do feel like there's something, a task that needs to be handled, and you do end up getting what you want, I guess, after you handle that task. Let's get that last card. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, well, there's two cards. So again, I feel like this is regarding family or a new addition to the family, or the fact that you now see yourself as a family person. Maybe you didn't before. I feel like the struggle does, handle itself because you're deciding on on taking into account new ideals, maybe even a new look, maybe even just hanging around different people or other people, say like hang around people, other people who have kids, other people who are married. They're like, find people who are already living the life that you want to live and basically make a model after that, right? Um, hmm. Someone is putting a stop to something here. Okay. They're making a decision to quit something to their immediate benefit. I feel like there's some time that is either gone by or that is being put into the conversation. And yeah, let's see. Hmm. I heard the number 999111, which is, it's off, right? But it is, yeah. Mm-hmm. And I'm actually looking at it. I'm looking at the Nine of Cups. I'm looking at the Nine of Wands. I'm looking at the Hermit. And then I'm looking at the Three of Swords. So 99119. Wait, 991119. Okay, I don't know. It could be a zip code. Okay, I don't know. You look it up. Well, it's definitely not a zip code. Maybe it is. But let's look it up. Cusick, Usk, Kalispell, Jared. Lock, Ruby, Blueside, Lost Creek, Tiger. Hmm, interesting. Washington. Okay. Anyways, so maybe that was specific for someone. Okay. Hmm. Someone wants to move forward without addressing something. So like, we're just not even gonna address it because I just wanna work hard on it not happening again. I don't judge you, you don't judge me. We're just gonna work hard to make sure this doesn't happen again. Hmm. I'm also getting somebody's trying to follow up with you, and you're gonna get confirmation of that. I feel like it's not gonna happen just one time. It's gonna happen a couple times, I guess, until the desired result is had, um, and a plan of action is made. Okay, which again, I still feel like it's beneficial to you, uh, materialistically. Okay, let's clarify this reading. See what's going wrong. Yeah, when I decided to do this reading, it was because simply the full moon. I try to make sure that I do these full moon, new moon readings for you. A lot of you are very connected to the moon cycles, and I do believe that no matter what part of the world you're in, that the moon cycles are significant to just keeping up with the times. Okay. I heard something about believing the moon was made out of cheese or something like that. I don't know. I guess that's like an expression, okay, or something like that. Like a childhood expression, or like what parents say to kids whenever their kids finally ask about it. I don't know. Okay. I don't even know where they got that from. Like, why did people say that the moon is made out of cheese? Okay. Oh, because of like the way it looks, right? Or, I don't know. So the sun card. So it is telling me that there is something good coming out of this. All right. I do feel like there were some words, maybe negative words or a negative conversation that may have been had. Maybe plans got all jumbled up and mixed up to where it was just like it came to a stop. But there is going to be communication, okay, or a call or a huge notification regarding either party actually moving forward, okay? You are going to get confirmation. God is in the midst of that divine exchange, and it is going to be life changing. It is going to be victorious, and it is going to take the mask off of something that has been very, how I say this, it's been interchangeable, okay? Mask on, mask off, all right? Clarify the Page of Cups. Is this a child? Is this an apology? Is this someone talking to themselves? Is this someone learning a new skill? What is this? Okay. It is, wow, the Princess of Cups and the King of Pentacles. So I feel like this is someone who is talking to themselves, possibly about apologizing, or they kind of feel bad about something here. Let's get more. Why? Go into the Five of Cups. Thank you. The Five of Cups is the Two of Pentacles. So that's telling me that someone either feels bad or they feel possibly guilty or they feel concerned about something not working out and how now there has to be a change. I also feel like they're having to make a choice between the past and the future. Okay. Um, and they want someone to have change. They wanted someone to change for the better. But I guess they have to go now for the better option, something that is already where they're trying to go. Okay. And it's like their last attempt at saying, hey, are you coming with me or you're not? Okay. Again, God is stepping in, or divine, or the universe, however you want to call it, stepping in to possibly make a cut to something, make a severance to something. Let's continue. Clarify the Six of Wands. Why is the Six of Wands here? Is some type of publicity thing? Is this someone just going into their victory season? What is going on here? It is clarified by the Five of Pentacles and the Six of Cups. So somebody was worried um, about their friend. They were worried about how they looked in the public image. How does this make me look? How will this make me look um, in the future? You know, is this going to make me look bad? Is it going to come back to haunt me? Is this going to... I want to get more about this. More about the Six of Wands going into the Ten of Wands. Six of Wands going into the Ten of Wands. Thank you. It is, yeah. It's the Wheel of Fortune. It's about, is how is this gonna make me look? Is the past gonna catch up with me? Is is this the right time? I mean, is this the present unraveling? I mean, the past unraveling before me. Okay. Um, let's see here. Because I feel like somebody was worried about being outcasted, but I also feel like, hey, you know, I don't know if you're like, hey, I'm having fun now. I'm living my life now. This is just where I'm going, you know. But I feel like this is kind of like really on the forefront of someone's brain about how they're going to look in public or if something is going to catch up with them. Let's get more about the Ten of Wands going into the Magician. Thank you. The Ten of Wands going into the Magician. But I do feel like a struggle is over. It's the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands. That's good. So this, I feel like it's a good sign. You're going to get a confirmation of this reading about how a struggle of something is over and that a time. And then we were kind of talking about time and talking about basically getting unstuck, right? Also rebirth, reincarnation, and moving into a different period of your life. So you're going to get confirmation that a struggle is over. I feel like something that you manifested is here that does take decisive action so that you can move into a calmer part of your life. And whoever is fighting and bickering, may it be family, friends, or whatever, like they're going to do that. That's their job, I suppose. That's their position. That's their post. Okay. I feel like there's something is causing an uproar for you to move as you move forward. You're literally moving away from the fray, okay? Clarify the Magician. Is this manipulation, like negative manipulation? Is this manifestation? Okay, what is this going on? Okay. For some of you, again, you have been doing something over and over and over again. I feel like you've actually tried a lot of different things and maybe you boxed yourself in, but I feel like all those things have only just refined you. They've only refined you. And I feel like, we're going to see what's up with this Magician. Thank you. Thank you for the truth. Why is this Magician here? It is the Eight of Swords. Now, we were saying something about, magic and people doing work and stuff like that. There is there's a manifestation that is interfering as you move forward, which would be a good thing, but there's some type of manipulation that is interfering, that someone else is pulling the strings or calling the shots here. Let's see. Let's see. The Magician going into, hold on. The Magician going into the King of Swords. I just saw the Nine of Cups again. Some cards kind of flipped over, but he got it all together now. All right. The Magician going into the King of Swords. There's cards flipping over, but they're not falling out. Let's see. All right, so we have the Star card, which is Aquarius, and then we have the Ten of Cups. You do have the Ten of Cups over here in your main energy. Magician. Something that you prayed for. So, okay, you prayed for interference. You prayed for something to happen, and now it is happening. There could be a family member or someone who is of possibly the rainbow family. I'm not sure, who is making a decision to say, look, I'm going this way. This is it. That's it. Because you had the Six of Wands in alignment with the Six of Swords. And that's actually very good. Okay. Like, this is the winning lane. And this is where I'm going because I want to win. Okay. Let's continue. King of Swords going into the Six of Swords here. The Six of Swords is like having a defined path. This is the path of freedom. This is the path that cannot be touched by your enemies or, fake ass, whatever. Like, it just can't be touched. Right. Completion. So, completion of a cycle. You're moving out of that bullshit. Whatever that was, you're moving out of it. And not only moved, you might have moved out of it. You're out of that way. And you have come into completion because of some decisive action, because you prayed for interference in your life. You prayed for that type of healing. Remember, we had the hand of Fatima, that's self-healing. So, yeah, you put in the petition for something possibly to happen in a timely manner. So you could have even asked, like, God, could you send me a sign by this specific date, and and so on and so on. And here it is happening. You're gonna feel it. You're gonna feel it. Okay, let's continue. The Six of Swords going into the Five of Wands here. Let's see what's going on. It's kind of like you look behind you, like you look ahead of you, and there's a clear path. You look behind you, and it's nothing but chaos and bullshit, and you're like, damn, they still doing that shit. They still, god damn, they still going at it. They still fucking around. Okay, let's see. It's the devil card. I'm telling you, it's like you've been there, done that, got the t-shirt. That is over. And I don't know if you like again, and then at the bottom of the deck, after we pull that devil card fell out, is the Ace of Cups. And then you have the Nine of Cups. And then you have the Six of Wands, victories. And then you have the Six of Pentacles, success. That's what I'm saying. Like, you face the demon, the behemoth, you've looked in the eyes of some devilish motherfuckers, and you have come out on top. You have got the fuck out the way. You have, and it's because you either centered yourself or you said, you know what, I am the center. I know you either taking responsibility and say, you know what, maybe I was a problem in the situation because I desired certain things, or whatever it was, and now you can move on. You know how to get yourself unstuck. Okay. I feel like now the flow of abundance can happen. Let's get more about the Five of Wands, because that Five of Wands is just irritated motherfuckers just trying to continue to get you to face some shit you didn't already face. Like, baby, you think bringing up my past is gonna hurt me? What's up, Binary? I'm well. How you doing? High vibrations. Let's continue. Okay, so we have the Four of Pentacles, which is saying, I think all that did, whatever that fighting was, or that whatever that was, all it did was make you more powerful. Like, you turned that pain or that corruption into something that actually gave you a boost because you were able to face it, you're able to confront it. That's good. That's good. I'm glad you're doing well. Okay. I want to get one more card for the. I feel like whatever that fight was, it was a pretty strong fight. But I feel like you were the underdog. You came out on top. You have renewed yourself. You have recreated yourself. You have renamed yourself. You have put yourself in a different environment of people. And that was the best thing you could have fucking done. How you doing? You said you're doing well. That's what's up, man. Ah, and here is the Hangman. The Hangman clarifying the Ten of Wands, which is telling me that you see things from a different perspective. You have a lot more joy, peace, and all of that in your heart. You're better for it. It's literally clarifying what I said. You're better for it. Okay. Thank you for the follow. All right. Um, let's continue. The Ten of Cups going into the Page of Wands. Oh, and I wanted to tell you guys I am doing also yearly readings for the year ahead. I'm also got some other things going on too. So those of you who are looking to get a reading, just let me know. Okay. Send me a comment, send me an email. All the information is there. All right. Clarify the Ten of Cups going into the page. Going into the Page of Wands. Whoa. A few cards try to come out, but we'll just get the ones that actually fall out tonight. Let's see what we got here. Oh, thank you. I guess I'll check my Twitch. I don't really, I'm still, look, after all these years of me streaming on Twitch, I still don't know how Twitch works, you guys. So, if you have sent something on there, I do appreciate it. I think it takes a while for me to build up anything like as far as monetary gifts and stuff. It takes a while for me to build up anything on that channel. But if you do want to send me a direct donation, you can send it to my Cash App or my PayPal. But I do appreciate any kind of bits or gifts or things of that nature. So I do appreciate it. Um, Also, if you need my Cash App information, I think it's on there. But if you need it, you can always let me know in the comments, or I'll just put it in the comments after we're done here. Okay. So let's see. Ah, the Ten of Pentacles came out. Again, we were talking about how this decision and how you having confronted things, you no longer judge yourself, you have centered yourself, you're renewing yourself. All of this is to your benefit. Okay. I feel like, again, your family is better for it. Your just newfound freedom, the new friends that you're creating, just the whole new lifestyle. Okay. Let's get more about this. It's definitely going to benefit you monetarily. I do believe so. Okay. I do. If you, let's just continue because you have the Ten of Cups here and you have the Ten of Pentacles here. Let's see. Let's get more about the Page of Wands. Oh, and we have the Four of Cups. This is like, the Four of Cups is like, I have more than what I could ask for. For some people, the Four of Cups is like, ugh, I don't want to be bothered. But in this certain scenario, it says luxury right here on this card. Okay, it says luxury. And this is just telling me like, oh my gosh, I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for the grace and the mercy in my life. And I have more than what I could have ever imagined. And it actually shows. Okay, it's actually showing, and that's something even for you. Why? Because maybe it didn't show before. Maybe it seemed like your efforts were in vain. Okay, um, and now you have something to show for it. You feel better about it. You just your air is different. Okay, like, and that is because of your decisiveness. That's great. You decided to either keep going or to try something new or say, you know what, I know I've done this before, but I'm not going to give up. I know I've faced these things before, and because I faced them in the past, that means I can definitely come up with a solution even faster now. Oh, wow. That's great. Confirmation. Okay. That's great. So let's see. Yeah, I just see someone walking away from drama, walking away from strife, walking away from just the bullshit. And it's like it's giving carefree, but also you care now more so about yourself than you do about the views of others. Like, I'm not bothered, and you're actually making a commitment to be yourself and to not and sometimes it's even blunt. Maybe you're turning into a more blunt person, a more direct person. Well, guess what? That's to your benefit. Hiding your feelings before, not speaking up for yourself, if you did that, or waiting till way after your intuition told you to do X, Y, and Z, like that didn't help you. That created a mask or a version of yourself that, to be honest, was not beneficial. And now that you've decided to do the work, you decided to be decisive, you decided to, take that virtue and run with it, you have manifested exactly what you prayed for. And I feel like you do better to protect it. What's up, Furious? How you doing? All right. And I do feel like you are going to get some good news out of it. I feel like keep your thoughts out of negativity because if you're thinking negatively, that's where you're going to end up. You know what I'm saying? That's, yeah, stinking thinking will have you sinking. Okay, so just try to stay away from that. All right, I do see some business endeavors here. Um, I'm getting the energy of like go for it. If you needed an answer to that, um, you've already gotten foresight about it. It is a place where whatever this business endeavor is, it is going to give you a certain sense of authority. Maybe you have to sign a contract, or you have to sign some type of deal, or you have to make some type of declaration. I feel like it's going to yield a lot of success, and it is going to be life changing. This is going to be the peace and benefit of your life. You will have, maybe you're getting promoted, and yeah, maybe you're like, damn, I'm literally living my dream right now. You are. You are. I'm literally living what I prayed for. I'm living what I cried about. I'm living it. Hey, how you doing, Andrea? Wisdom and wellness. Welcome. Um, and I feel like it's even something to write about. It's something to, stand up for. It is. It's something to shut a motherfucker up. Somebody's talking down or something like that, and you need to assert your authority. Hey, there's a lot of ways to tell somebody to shut the fuck up. Well, there's only one way to really make it a reality, and that is to begin presenting yourself with that aspect, like to materialize that, to go ahead and start doing those things a little bit at a time. And before you know it, you're going to be surrounded by what you're praying for. Because faith without works is dead. Wondering about it, thinking about it, that's like 1/3 of the battle. You think about it, and then it goes into your heart, it becomes a desire, and then you start living it. You start making decisions that will actually bring it closer to you, right? And to be honest, you know, being in a physical body, a spirit in a physical body, is saying that you actually have the power to turn nothing into something. You are a living, breathing alchemist. Okay? And you are already doing it because you're in human form. So it's something that you're already doing. Now it is a point of giving other things that same purpose or meaning, giving something meaning. Then you will start seeing it manifest. Okay. Um, hmm. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I understand that. It's definitely very different. And I can tell you because I'm actively living it, right now, that something I wish for and prayed for. A lot of times we don't realize that we're living what we prayed for until we start praying for something else. Why? Because it seems like it's so far fetched or so out of reach, right? Um, and we're so bogged down by the pressures of the world that we will kind of tend to let it drift out of our grip. Okay. Um, but there's been times where I finally come to the realization, like, oh my gosh, I'm actually living exactly what I wanted. And because we're in this human form, right, there's so many things that can get in the way of our recognition, cognition, recognition, right? That it could be something so little, and you might not think of it as significant to your dream until you come into another obstacle. No, I definitely get it. I definitely get it. And that's kind of what this reading was about. Um, which is there's an obstacle. We got that when we looked at these charms right here. Hold on, let me bring them back into view. Okay, with Ganesh, we saw that there's some type of obstacle. It could be spiritual and material, and that you have to go ahead and put yourself or center yourself so that you know that all things come from the self. When you realize that, then you will be able to make more a better decisive decisions into how you can heal yourself with the hand of Fatima. And then you can stop basically beating yourself up about why certain things are happening or why certain things aren't happening, right? And then you can move into a renewed state of being, and that renewed state of being will actually give you the environment of people and places and things that you actually want in your life. Okay, that will give you sustenance, that will actually begin to flourish. Right. But for those of you who would like an individual reading, I do have those available. We can do them right now. Okay. I have. I'm gonna put up a prompt on the screen, and then if you feel like you would like to get a reading at this moment, um, just let me know, and we can go from there. Hold on, let me find it. There it is. So I just put it on the screen. We're gonna go ahead and clear these tarot decks. So I have, it says 25 for mini tarot readings. Um, I also have $50 basic readings. I have $100 detailed readings. Um, Also, we have the full moon specials, which is at 88. Also, the Lionsgate portal is open currently. I don't know if you guys know about the Lionsgate portal. It's basically when the pyramids of Giza and the Orion's belt line up to, just make the spiritual world a little bit more, I guess, attainable, right? Which I feel like that's kind of redundant to say because we are the spiritual and the physical. Okay. Yes, of course, you as well. Um, but it's just the pyramids of Giza and the line of the Orion's belt. It's gonna make it a little bit more easier. It'll make it easier for you to step into that realm, okay, and be able to manifest what it is you truly desire, right? I want to send a shout out to everybody who has sent me a like, a share, a follow, a subscribe. I really do appreciate it. I do not take it lightly. Um, I just really appreciate you guys. Okay. Thank you for either stopping in, hanging out. Okay. Definitely, if you're sending a donation of any kind, I do appreciate you. It helps keep the channel going. It helps keep, products in the stores, things of that nature. Okay. Yeah. Um, I do offer charm readings as well. Okay. So you know, these are my charms. I kind of just wanted to look at them real quick. I've gained and lost some charms over the years, but I still have a few. I actually picked up some new ones maybe like 2 months ago, 3 months ago. But I love these charms. They're pretty cool. Okay. Well, I'll give you guys a few minutes to let me know if you want any readings. Um, So feel free to chat with me in the comments. I chat back, right? My Cash App is on the screen. If you need the PayPal, just let me know if you want the PayPal information. I'm probably gonna give it like another like 5 minutes or so. I felt some energy right there. Ooh. Excuse me. All right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and head out. Be good to yourself, be kind to others, and always, always, always stay creative. Okay? And remember, you can email me, DM me. Make sure you comment under my readings if you would like a reading, or just like, share, and follow if you resonate. And I do reply, okay? I do reply to those messages and emails and things. So thank you, thank you, thank you.